Holy crap. Holy SpongeBob. What in the hell was that? Jeebus, everyone. Man, was that a rough one. Let me see what kind of delay I got here. Hold on. All right, I'm here now. I do not know what the F happened. And that was the weird. So I have two separate systems running. I've got my laptop system that I do like my interface with all you guys, and I kind of like see the stream, and I've got like all my delays and all that. So I've got that over here. Commander Vlogs, morning to you. And I've got my other monitors right here, which is run through my PC, you know, that you guys see on my screen, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm doing my thing, and I'm like, all of a sudden my monitors here in front of me all went blank. Like everything shut down on that end. But my feedback system, which is you guys on this side right here, right? It's a whole separate, it's my, like I said, my laptop runs all my interface with you guys. That was all working good. So somehow my stream was off for me, but I was still chatting with you for a while. So that was a little funky, man. That was weird. That was very, very weird. But we'll give people a few more minutes to come back on, hop on with the stream. Let me make sure. Because that I've never had that happen. Let me see if I got anything to share that with. Hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, Elizabeth got me. Dude, Elizabeth can't get herself, man. Oh, she did. Warren heard me. She was like, dude, she's like, we need to shut this stream down bad. But the weird thing was, like, the stream, the way it shut down, it was like my PC shut down. But yet when my PC shuts down, right, like your camera shuts down, audio, like everything goes down. But yet I'm watching the screen and I'm chatting with you guys. And I'm like, how the hell am I chatting with you guys? My whole PC is off. I think, I don't know, that was really, really goofy. But the thing, though, behind it is you're not going to get regs soon. It's low-hanging fruit. We were lied to when it came to cannabis legislation, cannabis, right? We've been lied to about a bunch of stuff. So I guess what bugs me about it is all this narrative, you know what I mean? The narratives out there are just garbage. And that's why I said, I don't care. I don't mind what pool you play in. I really don't. Seriously, I don't mind if you get into crypto. I don't mind if you ape and YOLO all your money into crypto. That doesn't bother me. But just know what the real risks are. Know what you're really playing in. And I think that's what it is, right? Like, when we buy something, okay, I wish I had, like, food with me. Oh, I do. I got a food product. Right, like, when we buy something, okay, like, on the label, it tells us, you know, like, what is in there. Like, what percentage of this, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff. Like, that's legit. You know what's on there, and you know what you're getting, okay? You know what you're getting into. When you go to the horse races, right, they give you odds. And then, like, you know, so you know what your odds are when you go in there. You know, you can also maybe watch the same horse, you know, a few races in a row and see if that horse is performing well. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is it's about disclosures and odds. And I think that's where I have a big problem with crypto is a lot of people are selling these disgusting narratives that make no sense. Rooster Brewster says, I'm selling a lot of stock to get into cash, hoping to scoop up some BTC and silver when it dips. What are you looking at for silver prices there, Rooster? I got my silver screen up here. Let me kill that one. Let me kill that one. I got my silver thing here. Here's my thing. I will always buy as long as I get a good deal. I never pay spot. We've talked about that before. I'm not a big fan of paying spot. I find other ways to buy my silver. I'm a really, really big, like, I love my Gorham baby cups. I love these. I get these things so cheap. They have so many of them down here by me. I can get them so cheap. I can flip them like that. It's nuts. Yeah, let me know what your price action is on silver. I'd be very, very curious to hear that. But with crypto, though, with the trillions flowing in, I mean, look, if there's trillions, they're sitting there, they're looking at silver. They're like, dude, silver's $23. Okay. Gold's 2,000. Okay. Oil's this. Like, you see what I mean? There's nothing out there that's so juicy that people are, like, dumping money into it because they're like, oh, this is the next best thing since sliced bread. Like, you're not seeing that. And we're not there yet either. And that's okay. You don't need everything to rip roar. So all these narratives about the trillions flowing in and their regs, I don't know who the hell's going to do it. Our government ain't doing shit, man. I'm probably going to get shut down again, right, when I start ripping on the old government. But, I mean, like, seriously, Like, all these problems that we're dealing with, they're not fixing any of it. So, and with everything right now being like a nasty political landscape, and by nasty political landscape, I mean, dude, I don't care if you are Democratic. I don't care if you are Republican. I don't care if you are independent. I really don't care. I really don't care. I'm friends with every, like, race, gender, background, financial background, political background. None of that shit matters. As long as you're a good person, you're a good person in my eyes. That's what matters, okay? But the divide of politics between this side of the aisle and that side of the aisle means they're just not working together real well with each other. And that's a very, very tough thing to swallow, because that means stuff doesn't get done. So, you know, the people touting regs, man, you could tout regs all you want, but dude, this government is not working. Come on now. What did we saw how dysfunctional oh God, you guys want to know if the stream's gonna get shut down again? We saw how dysfunctional the government was during the Rona, right? Think about that. They couldn't figure shit out. Let's ban parks outside. What? Like, what? You know what? We're gonna shut down churches, but we're gonna leave open dispensaries and strip clubs. Oh, okay, cool. Like, it's really weird. So just be careful of the narratives that you're being fed out there. A lot of those narratives are going to be using you as exit liquidity. So just be cautious on that. And yeah, just remember the author too. You know, that's why I try to do my best here, giving you both the positive and negative news, because you deserve to hear both sides. You deserve to hear the full story, and you deserve to hear the full story without speculatory leaps and bounds. Because, oh my God, if I get another freaking email from someone telling me that someone put this riddle up, and this riddle means that, oh my God, I'm just gonna like shut down my email, like, and just block everything. But holy crap, that's the thing, you know. I mean, know what you're getting into. Know the people that are behind this stuff. Make sure no one's taking advantage of you, right? Make sure that you understand realistic expectations so that you can make realistic decisions. If crypto is your lotto ticket, then I'm cool with that. I got no problem with that, as long as you view it as risky as a lotto ticket, where, you know, you should be pissing your stuff away. Last Chance says trillions should roll in when Nostro and Vostro accounts are no longer needed. There's other ways to skin a cat. Last Chance, just throwing it out there. That's the other thing too, is everyone's talking about that. You know, when you talk about like pre-funding accounts, and float too, right? When you're floating, there's a lot of money tied up into that. There is that is a lot of money tied up into there. There's a ton of money, but where is it gonna go? I mean, think about it, right? Like people right now, okay? You just got a paycheck, okay? You got a paycheck. Where does that money go? You got to pay some rent, you got to pay some bills, you got to pay some food, maybe a little fun time, you know, you got to hang out with the Mr. or the Mrs., you know, a little bit of schmoozing, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Like, how far down, though, are people's investments right now? And I'm not just talking about crypto, like, all investments are starting to really, like, pull down, and down. Because, like, everything is so expensive that it's just squeezing, you know, that extra money out. Now, think of it on a business end, right? So as these businesses, right, they get their revenues in, what do you think these businesses would be spending their money on if they got all their pre-funded accounts back? They're not going to put it into crypto because it's, like, super risky. They're going to have all this extra money that they could put in to forgotten improvements. You could talk about expansion plan. I mean, think about it. If a business right now was like, dude, we were able to totally refund you all your pre-funded accounts for transfers, the businesses are going to be sitting here going, oh, okay. Maybe we could use that money for bonuses. Maybe we could use that money to do some expansion. I don't know where people are getting that crypto is going to go. Miguel Santos chimes in. Miguel, good to see you. Says, banks are never going to give up those accounts. It's totally true. Totally true. That's one thing, because banks sit on that money and they make money on that money. Like, and that's kind of the whole thing is there's many ways to skin a cat. In 1950, okay? In 1950, if you would have told me that I'm going to be able to send a photo to someone within seconds, I'm going to be like, across the country, I'm going to be like, dude, you know what? No. But now it's commonplace. Now, not only is it commonplace where I could send a photo across the United States, I could send that photo via fax. I could send it via Snapchat. I could send it via email. I could take a photo, send it as an SMS, right? I could do all, that's what I'm saying. There's many different ways to get that photo across. There's going to be many different ways to move money. People think that like crypto is absolute or it's this answer. It's not. There's a lot of ways to move money. A lot of ways to move. And that's where the longer crypto waits to make these improvements, it's like, oh, poop, man, poop. Your hand, come on, raise your hands, guys. Let's go, come on, gals. I know you too. The provider showcase, like, oh my God, they got crypto councils, and like, no, it's just a showcase to show what companies can do. Jeremy Touche, huge support for the channel. Jeremy dropped a 50. Everyone, give Jeremy a big thank you. Jeremy has been really just supporting the channel big. It's been super helpful. And not only has Jeremy been supporting the channel big, thank you, Jeremy. His comments too have been, and the emails we've exchanged have been very positive too. And we talk about that. And that's something that I like with the positivity. There was an exchange. I took a screenshot of it and I actually shared it on one of my videos. I'll get back into it. I just want to recognize Jeremy and a few others. But there was a screenshot I saw where Jeremy had mentioned something and Chick replied to it. And then Jeremy mentioned it back. And I wanted to say that's one of the things I'm the most proud of on this channel. It's the viewership and how you interact with each other. Forget the attachment here, okay? Forget the attachment here. I take so much like joy in seeing you guys talk to each other on the chat. Like I really did. Yeah, no, Jeremy, I get what you're saying, my good man. Jeremy says, can't believe I'm late to class. Hoping to take care of my tardy slip morning, guys. Jeremy, we got you, buddy. We got you. But no, that is one of the things that I take the most pride in, is that I see you guys chatting with each other in the chat, and like the same people, and you have good conversations. And that seriously, that warms me. That really. So Jeremy, thank you very much for the support. Everyone, give Jeremy a big thank you for helping out the channel. We're talking about pre-funding accounts and stuff like that. And OBG says, I first followed those D-riding bullish flip the switch bullshit, barely making anything till I found the channel. Pumps and dumps is where it's at. Jorge Rodriguez hanging out with us. Yeah, it's they do the whole flip the switch narrative doesn't make sense. It's supply and demand. I mean, seriously, I give you $1 million right now. I give you $1 trillion right now. Whatever amount you want to give, cool. The crypto market is where the crypto market's at, and guess what? That's it. This is what the market is telling us that they value these items at. Chris B says, morning, Klaus. Not seeing much institutional buying going on currently on the ISO assets. Well, that's the other problem too. The ISO assets, that's just a language protocol. ISO is not moving. ISO is a language protocol for communication with banks. Chips is chips, man. That's what ISO is. And that was their thing. People were sold ISO. When was the last time? And this is where we have to go back. Go back to as many original sources as you can, okay? Go to that source tree, okay? If you don't know what a source tree is, when you're researching a story, okay, I want you to think of like a pyramid or a tree, okay? At the bottom of the tree, it's low-hanging fruit. It's easy to get to. Some of it's tasty, some of it's not tasty. Some of it's real and some of it's fake, but it's easy to get to. Now, the higher you go up on the tree, there's less and less information, but it's more accurate, okay? It's not as exposed as much, all right? So, when was the last time you heard Stellar talk about ISO 20022? That's kind of what I thought. You don't. And I'm talking Stellar. I'm not talking about someone inferring that they're going from this to this to this to this. No. I'm talking about direct from the horse's mouth. No. What about Ripple? What about Ripple directly talking about XRP and ISO 20022? No. Stellar doesn't even talk about XLM anymore. Like they don't, like it's like they've forgotten about it. You barely don't even hear them talking about utility stuff with XLM. Last Chance says, wouldn't the massive amount of dollars not being used cause the value to go down? Supply and demand. Well, the thing is, though, are people going to be then willing to sell it for the profit? See, and that's what you have to look at. You got to look at the history of these things here, and you got to look at this, and you got to look at Torah's action. Okay, Torah's action protected us in a weird roundabout way. Okay, saying, hey, secondary sales are okay. We're not going to go after secondary right now. Okay, cool. But it only moved it to 88 cents. What else is going to pop the price? I don't give a crap if the government of Palau is using Ripple for a CBDC project. It ain't helping the price. Stellar in Ukraine didn't help XLM's price at all. At all. So all these narratives that are thrown on, they're leaps of stuff. What is Stellar and what is Ripple really talking about now? Stellar is talking about Stellar Social. They're talking about using these small apps to move money and stuff like that. You're seeing them talk about Sorban and smart contracts. Cool. We're like a year plus into that. We're like, buy the rumor, sell the news. Dude, we're all going to be skeletons before the news releases. Chris B says, Algo is moving on institutional buying currently. Seems like they move between assets. They do, Chris. They play pumps and dumps. Okay, so I'll just share with you, okay? Like I said, it's is the upgrade on 18 on Stellar would do anything? You would be at protocol 20, and no. Because we know it's coming, right? What's the news? If you know something's coming, it ain't news. If I tell you who the World Series winner is next year, you're all going to place those bets, right? Well, guess what? You're not going to win any money because we're all going to place the same bet. There's no news that's doing it. Now, I'll share with you like kind of how I do things. And the only reason I do it is just don't do what I do. Just I'll explain my whys in house, okay? I make a little money selling some silver goodies, okay? I make money selling some crypto, like my short-term juicy action. I like to make money selling short-term securities. I like to buy cars every once in a while and flip them for money. I like to buy machinery, fix it, and flip it for money. I have a lot of time on my hands. I like real estate. Yes, I do. I really like cars. I've done very well on cars. There's so many different ways. And that's kind of what I wanted to bring up is in Rooster Brewster said, it says, I DCA between Bitcoin, ETH every day and DCA on silver every month. And that's my thing. So these institutions that are going from place to place, institutions don't have emotion towards Algo. Institutions don't have emotion towards Stellar. They're just like, hey, is there money to be made? Yeah, cool. All right, let's make some money. Trick hanging out with us. Thank you very much, Trick. I appreciate it. But and everyone, give Trick and Jeremy a big thank you. These two gentlemen have been, like I said, thankful in more ways than monetary. And I mean that. I got an email yesterday from Trick asking where I was, and that made my day. And Trick, did you, the photo that I sent you right away in the email, did you notice where I was? It'd be a hard picture to decipher, but did you notice where I was? But yeah, these companies are not attached to it. See, you're seeing a lot of, tribal sort of thinking, right? Like it's very much like sports teams, you know? You've got your camps, like I'm Chicago Bears. No, I'm not Chicago Bears. Oh God, no. Like, you know, oh, I'm a Patriots fan. Oh, I'm a Dolphins fan for life. I'm this for life. I'm an Algo fan for life. I'm an XRP fan. Companies don't care. They're just like, yo, can we make money with that? Oh, we can? Done. Let's do it. Can we make money with that? Cool. Do it. And they do. They go from place to place to place because we saw that with oil. Oil speculation just made the market go crazy. I mean, crazy. And then when the oil speculation was over, the market deflated. They moved on to something else. Private equity is big into housing right now. It's just, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people are stuck with this idea that that when we start looking at crypto, that only one crypto is the answer. Or if you go maybe one step bigger, that crypto is the only answer. What does it matter? Oh, Trick, you did not realize that photo. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Trick, I'll hit you up after this. I'll share with you. But so There's money to be made in many places, and that's just not just saying crypto. You can make money anywhere. Like if I were to tell you, look, you could make 20, 30, 40, 50% on something, right? You'd be like, cool, and as long as I told you it's legal, you're like, all right, cool. Physics, exactly right. You have to keep your emotions out of it. Yeah, don't get emotional about stock. Do not get emotional about stock. And that's the thing. Like, there's no emotion in money. And that's where people get stuck. When you start putting emotion into money, that's when you get into trouble. I got something recently. Where did I put it? Hold on. Where did I? Sorry, my room is an absolute mess. Okay, here we go. I got something recently. I'm going to share with you. Okay, I got. Hold on. I got to make sure I grab the right thing. Okay. Because I got a couple of them. Okay. So, emotional attachment, okay? I have been looking forever. Oh, shit. I dropped one, too. I have been looking forever for non-monogrammed, okay? Towel, sterling, silverware for this set. I have been looking for non-monogrammed. I've got monogrammed stuff, but these are non-monogrammed, okay? And non-monogrammed will fetch a very good penny because anyone looking to build a set out of them, guess what? You want the non-monogrammed stuff so it all matches, okay? Cool. Now, that being said, I got that for a good price. I have zero emotional attachment to it. Zero, zero, zero. Someone offers me what I'm wanting for this, gone. Gone. No questions asked. Okay? This cup right here. Ooh, Joshua Sanchez saying Texas is in the house. This Gorman Silver Cup. This is another one. Okay? No monogram on here. The no monogram stuff that's like actual, like real, like the real stuff that's like 100 plus years old, always goes for good money. Someone offers me the right price, it's gone. My mirror. You guys, like my mirror. I love my mirror. Okay? I love my mirror. Don't make fun of my mirror, you guys. Don't make fun of my mirror. But I do. I love my mirror. Okay? And I touch it, and I caress it, and I pet it. I love this mirror. Like, one of my favorite pieces. Okay? Love this thing. Someone offers me the right price, it's gone. So, like, I think we just have to be very careful with the emotion of it because there's always ways to make money. There's always going to be a crypto. There's always going to be an internet. There's always going to be a Tesla, a something out there. Jimmy, whoa, OG in the house. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you, sir. Look at the channel members rocking it big time here. Sniff, the whole it's not personal, just business. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's key, man. That is totally key. Chris, you got to go to auctions, dude. You got to hit up auctions. I'm hitting up auctions all the time. You want to know what I do? Auctions. I love auctions. When I'm like trying to like chill out at night, auctions. Seriously. Gold and silver show, I'm telling you, it's really cool. But that's the thing. So what does it matter, right? What does it matter if you make $1 million on algo? What does it matter if you make $1 million on XRP? What does it matter if you make $1 million on gold? What does it matter if you make $1 million on a house? It doesn't matter. Oh, and Trick, we're ground level here, homie. We can go outdoors. In fact, hold on, I gotta be careful.
In fact, in a couple days, my wife is going to be leaving town. We may, and I just say may, we may be able to do a little bit of Pancho Pistola action on the live stream. I can actually shoot outside of my window in my studio, which is right over there. I'm talking quietly because my wife works from home and her office is kitty corner on the other side of the hallway, and I don't want her to hear me that I'm going to be shooting guns from my office studio. So, sorry, we're not in my basement. My bad on that. It's cool, Trick. No worries. But the thing, though, is that what does it matter? What does it matter, dude? If you hit it big with a lotto ticket? Holy crap, dude. No way, Jimmy. 23 months? That's nuts, dude. Seriously, guys, it's the support, man. It means so much. It seriously does. It does because this is sometimes a very hard channel to do. Pollock family says everything has a price, and it's true, man. It's so true. So, like, who cares? Who cares if you made $1 million in a lotto ticket? Who cares if you made $1 million in a casino? The fact is you made $1 million. And I think what happens is a lot of people are getting stuck
with this idea that I have to be team XRP. I gotta be team XLM. I'm all team ISO and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it just... Oh, and Sniff, oh my gosh, you changed your picture to have the Santa hat on your dog. That's freaking cool, dude. I just saw that. But yeah, I mean, seriously, what does it matter? What sports, right? What sports do you like watching? When the season is over, do you care how your team won those games? If they grinded them out, winning by 1 point, by 10 points, by 20 points, it's not the individual games. Are you a winner or are you a loser? The way you win, the way you lose, at the end, it's a win or a loss in the column. And that's what this whole making money thing is about. That's what this whole, like, life and investing thing is about. You know? You can look at this stuff here and you can say, yeah, you know, I can make a hit here. I can make a hit with silver. I can make a hit with houses. I can flip cars. And that's the hard part, is you have a lot of people in hodl mode that when they're in hodl, I mean, would you be in hodl mode if your house went down that much in value? I mean, yeah, you probably would. Because then you'd be stuck in your house, right? Are you stuck in crypto or are you in hodl mode? That was kind of a setup, sorry. But I don't know. I guess it's just kind of the thing that I've been wondering. Why is this so tribal in crypto? Why is it so much Team XRP? If you're a Team XRP supporter, you hold. Dude, if you make money, you make money. And then I watch people, well, you suck. You sold and you took profits. That's why XRP didn't break $1 when the Torres action came out. You're pissed at people taking profits? Are you serious? And you see that. You see people rip on people for making money. What's the phrase I like to use? No one ever went broke taking profits. And yet, I see people in the comments pissed because there was some profit taking. What are you upset at? Yeah, as long as the home is paid. Yeah, good point, Josh. Good point, man. But seriously, like, why do people get upset? Do you know how many people were angry during the Torres action? They're like, oh, I'm so pissed off. All these people were taking profits. I'm so pissed. People got to pay bills. People make money, man. Like, come on. You know, it's so weird. I've never seen it. Jimmy says, I've been terrible about taking profits. Really need to get a solid plan together. Yeah, but Jimmy, you're probably busy with work, dude. Like, and that's the other thing too, right? Your plan has to fit your time available, and that's kind of the one thing. So yes, where do you find good juicy price stuff on silver? Auctions. You need a lot of time to put into auctions. It takes a lot of time to do. There's so many auctions. You got to calculate your margins, your fees on top of it, transportation cost. It's crazy. It's crazy. So there's a lot that goes into it. And maybe you don't have the time. Then you need something where you could set it and forget it, make it easy. Like, okay, like in the United States, right, we have our 401ks. A 401k is a really good example of like a set it, forget it sort of investment, right? It doesn't take much work. It automatically gets pulled out of your check, so you don't even have to deal with it. It's easy. After a while, you got a good nest egg, right? If you want to invest like something where you're making like juicy swings like left and right, you know what I mean? Like, it takes time. It takes time, man. And that's the one thing. You never get time back. Okay? You never get time back. So when I sit here and I zoom out at XRP in the 1 year and in the 2 year, I'm sitting here thinking hodlers have lost their time. When you lose time, you lose money because you lose opportunity. If I would have held onto every investment I had in crypto over the last 2 years, you know how many other things I would have missed out on by using the money to make hits somewhere else? Fizzle6 says, same here, Jimmy. Too busy working. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to be too busy. I forget about what I got. And that's the thing, man. So like, if time, you got to find things that fit your time, right? Just like our hobbies, right? For me, okay? Again, it just goes back to, don't do what I do because you don't want to be me. Trust me, you don't want to be me. But just like, think of the concepts. I'm lucky enough to have enough time to dedicate 16 hardcore weeks to an ultra marathon. You know what I'm saying? I have time to do that. Maybe you only have time to run a 5K. right? Because to run an ultra, you have to put hours and hours and hours in. 5K, you still got to put a lot of time in, but it's way less than if you're doing a 36-mile race, a 30-mile race. So it's all about time, and what time do you have? And you have to match your time expectation with your expectation of gains, and that's where a lot of people are getting lost in the crypto market. That's where a lot of people here are getting screwed over because they don't have the time to follow the charts, right? They're working. You guys got to remember, see, for me, this is easy and maybe not fair, but like, this is what I do for a job. So, dude, all day long, I'm in news, I'm in articles, I'm reading, and I'm researching. So when stuff comes out, that's why I get so pissed when it's fake, because I'm like, dude, people don't have the time to research. They don't have the time to decipher and dig through the crap. You're lying to them. You're lying to people whose time is a precious asset that they don't get back, and you're picking them over on that. That's why I try to make my videos as fast as possible. That's why when I do my videos, not the live streams I chill out with y'all. That's our time together, right? This is our time. Okay, but when I do the videos, you notice I talk fast. Why? Because your time is important. Your time is valuable. I'm not going to go around and waste your time. That's why I talk fast in videos, so that you can get the information as fast as possible. Because your time is valuable. Best idea I have is pulling my profits to max my Roth. Yeah, you got to make the hits, man. You got to make the hits. But make sure, Jimmy, that whatever you're doing is matching the amount of time you have and your expectations so that you're not let down. You know, and then once your expectations match, then you don't feel bad, right? And that's kind of the whole thing. Then when you don't feel bad, then the emotion part's out of it. Then we just get to the math, man. And then once you're at the math, it's like looking at a P&L for a business, and you're just sitting here thinking of which lever you're going to pull to make it to your next target, dude. Get the emotion out of this stuff. Seriously, get the emotion out. I got a really, really cool necklace. I got it a couple weeks ago. Really, really nice one. Like super, super nice one. And I was like, God, I might want to keep this for myself and maybe put it in El Permanente collection, you know, because I do have a Permanente collection. And I thought to myself, oh my God, though, I bought this for so cheap that, like, it'd be stupid for me to do that. Like, I could turn this and get so many other things with it so quick, you know? So you just have to be careful. Jimmy says, retirement funds are my number one. Exactly, dude. And the older you get, the less risk you want to take, right? So I get it. So if you're a younger viewer of this channel, I understand it. You have a lot more years than some of us do to make your money, okay? When you're young, you could be risky. You could be risky, okay? Jeremy says the 9 to 5 calls. Got to go. Catch the rest later. Be blessed, guys. Have a great. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Seriously, thank you, and thank you for the emails too, man. They I got your video that you sent to me saved, so I'll just leave it at that because it was personal. So I appreciate it. I totally appreciate it. Sniff says, Klaus, would you say that the major holders of XRP all conspire to hype it up as much to replace global fiat? But it doesn't matter who's hyping it. It's just the idea that it's being hyped more than what it is, with the idea of trying to get more people onto it as possible. You know, that's a tough thing. I think the hype is very dangerous. I think the hype is very toxic because the hype creates unrealistic expectations, right? The hype makes you think that the lotto ticket you're holding in your hand is more like 50-50 odds instead of 1 in 5,000 odds. You know what I mean? And that's not cool. I'm not a fan of that. All right, here's what we're going to do. I do have a ton of stuff to do today. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to run the stream for 12 more minutes. 10 a.m. My time start, okay? So 12 more minutes on the stream. You guys got questions? Gals, too? My bad. I know the ladies are in the house. Mep is in the house. Oh, God. All right, Mep. Okay, Mep, don't type anything, okay? We're gonna do this. We're gonna show everyone how we do this, okay? Mep's in the house. All right, Mep, I want you to say something that's gonna make you feel better after you say it, okay? Just say something that makes you feel better, where after you say it, you're like, oh, it was hard to say, but I'm glad I said it. Just type that in the comments. You're gonna like this. So, Chris B says, always have some cash on the sidelines for the big dips because they always come. Never eye green candles. Yeah, same thing. I do. I buy distressed assets. I'm big into distressed assets. Okay, full disclosure, right? I'm all about full disclosure. I'm actually spending some good money on cars. Why am I spending money on cars? Because in tax return season, okay, during tax return season, people like to buy cars. And they love to buy cars from the $3,000 to $7,000 range. So if I can get cars that people would want during tax return time now, I can make a juicy profit in about 3 months. Okay? The moves are always ahead, man. The moves are always ahead. I bought a ton of chainsaws. I know you guys are going to laugh. Like, a ton of chainsaws, right? A ton of chainsaws. You're like, Klaus, why? Well, because when hurricane season hits the South, everyone wants generators and chainsaws. And guess who's going to have a whole ton of them? And I can pretty much fix like anything. So I am going to have a fleet of chainsaws that when, yes, the opportunity comes, guess who's going to be listing them? Cash is king. Catch you later. I have no emotion attachment to it. I don't care. I bought this really cool BMW Z3 convertible a couple years ago. And fixed it up, redid the interior. Really, really cool car. Dude offered me good money, gone. Like, I like the car, gone. Like, gone. I mean, like, gone. So, yeah, I mean, you just be open-minded. Be open-minded and realize that if 1% of all the shit was true, crypto would be worth a hell of a lot more than what it is now. If XRP was really doing amazing, amazing things, then why is it just so cheap? If there's so much money on the sideline and XLM is going to move trillions and trillions and trillions, then why the hell is it only 12.3 cents? Supply and demand. Houses are based on supply and demand. Gold and silver is supply and demand. Chris says cars take up space, silver does. But cars are fun to work on, dude. Oh my God, I love detailing cars too. A little bit of wedding cake in cleaning cars. Good way to zone out for a good 6 hours. Just throwing it out there. You want to do a little waxy, shiny on a car? Get lifted. Makes it easy. Time goes by faster. So, I guess the summary of this whole thing is just be very careful, because the information you're getting, just make sure it's good. And make sure it's good so that you're making good decisions. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I look at this here, and you guys know. Yeah, people are paying big for old postcards too out here, Trick. People are paying big. Like legit postcards, like pre-1970 are going for good money. But like, what if like I was looking at this on auction and they had it listed at like 500 grams, and I'm like, oh my God, if it's 500 grams, holy crap, I'm good to go, right? But what if I get it and I weigh it and it's only 60 grams? You see what I mean? Like, just make sure that the information you're getting is good and accurate. If the information is good and accurate, then you know what? I go for it. Go for it, man. Go for it. Live your life. You do your thing. Just make sure you're doing your thing with people that are playing with you fairly, because I don't want you getting taken advantage of. Fizzlestick says, wedding cake. Ah, that's right. It helps you zone out and chill the F out. I love it. Right now, though, the market is in a little lull. Bitcoin 41.5, and I like it. We're like, yeah, market's in a little lull as Bitcoin's at 41.5. We were in like 30,000 for how long for Bitcoin? Let me swing on over to, ooh. There we go. All right. Coin market cap right here. Let me just take a quick look. I just want to look at market caps real quick. All right, there you go. I just want to see XRP, BNB, and all that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. So, yeah, I mean, that's what we got. If you guys got any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about now, go for it. Go for it. We got about 6 more minutes, and then I got to start tackling some of my stuff that I put off for today. So, yeah, you got questions, you got comments, hit me up. But remember, everything out there is about supply and demand. And if you price fix, remember, if you price fix, someone will undercut your price fix and it'll ruin it. or another competitor will come out and create a product that will ruin it. That's part of the problem with open source crypto. You can copy this stuff and make replications left and right. It's nuts. Last chance has got to tell you, you helped my anxiety level go down. Okay. Here, last chance, man. I got something for you. You guys want to see something really cool? I'll show you something really cool. You guys are guys and gals. I'm sorry. I use that as just a general phrase. My bad on that. All right. So, let me give me 1 second. Let me just refresh something here real quick. CPI came out about an hour ago. It was at 3.1. We went down 0.1 overall. Housing is still hot. Shelter-related costs are still hot. Electricity is going up. So that's the deal there. Okay. On. So yeah, sorry. We were talking about stress. So anyways, when it comes to anxiety level, I notice what helps me out with anxiety. I do suffer from a lot of anxiety problems at times. I do. Anxiety will rear its head up. And what I notice what helps me the most with anxiety is just being informed and having a plan. Seriously, that makes me feel way better about the anxiety stuff. So last chance, I get what you're talking about, man. Like, I was in the same industry for, holy shit, I hate saying it out loud. I was in the same industry for like 20 years. And I knew every in and out of it. And even to my last day, there were still moments where I had anxiety. And the only thing that helps you out with that is just making sure you're informed, making sure you have a plan. You're always kind of based. You get centered. You want to stay positive. You want to breathe good. You want to eat good. You know, that whole spiel. But the anxiety with crypto, though, also comes with the volatility. And that volatility means there's opportunity. When there's opportunity, there's going to be some risk. And when there's risk, you're hoping there's reward. And that's why we're following the markets. That's why we're following the macros like we are. That's why we're talking about this stuff together. Mep says, I'm on a 1-year alcohol-free challenge right now. Training a lot helps me a lot against anxiety. Oh my God, dude, you are so right, Mep. Dude, seriously, home run right there. Training helps me out too, man. Training really helps me out. Mep says, feeling good and strong physically and mentally right now. Good for you, man. Good for you, dude. I don't like to drink. I really don't. Drinking really messes me up. When I drink, my performance is shit, dude. Like the next day. I mean, even if I have a couple beers, it's bad. Now, when I get a little bit away from like race season, you know, like when I'm just screwing around, oh yeah, I'll have some drinks. I'll have some fun. But then I know like I'm taking a couple days off of training, so it's not bad. But yeah, dude, drinking is rough on your body, man. Totally. Meditation, fasting, magnesium deficiency play a big part. Chris, here's a good one for all you listening. We'll talk about it. I don't mind sharing this kind of stuff. I suffer from anxiety. I really do. I have really bad anxiety. It comes and goes. One of the biggest things that they've found statistically that helps with anxiety is eating breakfast. The majority of anxiety originates from low blood sugar. And in the morning, right, when you're fasted after sleeping, low blood sugar, and then you start doing stuff and you start cranking it up, and then, you know, maybe you have a little coffee, so now you have a stimulant with low blood sugar, big problem. Big problem. So seriously, for a lot of people out there, like they say the first thing you should try is to have a good, balanced morning meal. Mep says, it became too easy to drink at home with COVID and working from home. I just stopped it all in October. Dude, very good for you. Trick, 30 years dry. Holy crap. Sniff says, I bought a home and I've been here for a week. Saw about 4 roaches as long as my iPhone anxiety is through the roof. Trick, I get it, man. Dude, and that's home ownership. And the best thing you can do with home ownership is what, everyone? Just take care of it in little digestible chunks. 30 years, though, Trick. That's crazy, man. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, the drinking, it's weird. It's hard on your system. I monitor, like, a lot of my vitals and stuff like that real closely. When I drink, man, my heart does not react well to it. Like, it does not. For about 48 hours, my heart does not function the same way. The alcohol is very stressful on my body. Chris says, I usually eat 1 meal a day in the afternoon. And that totally might work for you. If you're an OMAD person, like, I totally get that. But just careful with blood sugar and morning stuff. I'm telling you, that's one of the first things they tell you is eat a breakfast, man. It's crazy. Totally crazy. But Yeah, I don't mind sharing this kind of stuff. So like I said, if you guys got questions, comments, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, I mean, we're here as a group. We're here to share. Trick says nearly killed him. I had a friend, an older gentleman, who was a really big alcoholic. I mean, really bad. And it got so bad to the point where he was a motorcycle rider. Older gentleman. Much older than me. And he actually helped me train for Mr. USA. He was a really good guy. And drank a lot. And he was a big Harley Davidson rider. And he got into a nasty wreck drunk. A nasty wreck drunk. I mean, bad. And that changed his life forever. He went sober from that point on, and his life totally turned around. So that's crazy, man. It is totally crazy. The alcohol stuff is rough. You know, people want to give like cannabis a hard time here, like for legal reasons. Dude, man, the damage alcohol does is insane. We have drive-thrus where you could purchase booze. Come on now. Michael Doriev says, friends and I almost were off the bridge because yeah, seriously, like it's very dangerous. And right, alcohol is a coping mechanism for anxiety, and that's, I understand. I mean, like, trust me, I do. You know, like, seeing the markets the way they are, this is stressful. This is really stressful. Sniff says my parents stress me out. I'm 44 and they're still bothering me all the time. Every day they're texting me. I get it. My parents are pretty close to me. They're older. They're still very capable, which is nice. So I don't have that stress yet, but in the next 10-ish plus years, I'm going to be dealing with that. Mep says, I have to go, but it was nice talking to y'all. Peace. Thank you, Mep, so much. And Mep, good job for you, man. Being good since October. All right, everyone. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to shut down the stream. I'm going to play a little bit of tunes. I'm going to hang out in the chat just a little bit. Make sure y'all please say goodbye to each other as well. Like I said earlier in the stream, what matters to me a lot is the fact that you all are very close to each other too. I love the sharing with me, but I think it's important that you guys make sure you say goodbye to each other. So that's what I am going to do. I'm going to shut my camera off, or maybe, actually no, I'm just going to put a glove that I was used to test gold and silver off, play some tunes. I'm going to hang out in the chat, and I will catch you cool cats all later. It's a glove on the cam.